Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We're continuing on with our little theme of headlines and banners and this huge text that we've got going up here. We're going to be doing another one today using the Divi Supreme plugin, which is a plugin that you can get for the fantastic Divi theme that we use a lot. And if you want to try it out, you can do so from my affiliate link below this video. Now today we've got this massive sale banner going on here, and we're using one of the plugins called an animated gradient text. Really simple to set up and do. So let's get it done. Let's show you how to do this. First thing I'm going to do is enable the visual builder so we can build on the front end as usual. Once loaded, let's go down to where we need to work. I guess I'll put a new section in just below this one I've created here. So we need to click on the little blue button for a new section. I'll make it a regular section. Before I put a row in there or anything, I'm going to delete this top section. And we'll start from scratch. So I'm going to click the little green button to add a row. I'm going to make it all one column. And by default, the Divi theme comes with all these light grey modules you see here. Plenty enough to build pretty much any sort of website. If you want to take the Divi theme for a test drive, you can do so from my affiliate link below this video also. Now these sort of blue purple ones are the ones that come with the Supreme Modules add-on plugin for Divi. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them, and the one I want to use today is the top one right here, Supreme Animated Gradient Text. So I'm just going to left click on that. And as you can see, it's already thrown a bit of text in there, and it's graduating between the different colors, the gradients, which is great. So let's make it our own and put in our own text. Or whatever it is you might want to say. Okay, well, I'm going to want to make this a lot bigger, and to do what I want to do today, we're going to do kind of what we did before. I'm going to make this row full width so we can use the whole visible area of our screen here. So let's just save that. I'm going to go into my row, blue for the section, green for the row, and the dark one for the actual module itself. So I'm going to go into my row, make it full width, so to the design tab. We're going to go to sizing. Going to slide the width all the way up to 100%. I'm going to copy 100% and put it in the max width below. You can type it in if you prefer. And as you can see, that's shot to the side. So we can use all of this area now. So let's go back into our little graduated text module here, or animated gradient text module here, and make it how we want it. So there's our writing that we've put in there that we want. Let's go down to our animated gradient settings here. You can change the actual direction of the gradient, up, down, sideways, whichever you want. You can change the animation speed if you want to. Just slide it up and down, or type in your value there. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to leave mine just as they are. If you want it to link to a particular page or a sale page or anything, simply put your link in there. So let's go to our design and make this huge. So we'll go to our animated gradient text. Firstly, let's select the colors that we want it to gradiate to and from. So I'll start off with purple, then I guess I'll go to blue. And I'll leave that pink right there, that's fine. And let's end up with perhaps red. You can kind of see what it's doing there. But now I want to make this text huge, so you know there's no mistaking it when people come to your page. Now if you want to, you can change the font. I'm using the default font here, which is fine for me. Divi by standard comes with all these crazy fonts here. But like I say, I'm just going to use the default font, which is fine. Now font weight, I want it as big as possible, which will be ultra bold. I want mine to be uppercase, all caps. I want it to be in the middle, and let's just slide it up all the way. Okay, and I don't think that's still enough. We can still go a little bit bigger than that. Let's try 140. It's broken into two lines. let's just go down to the actual letter spacing. I'm going to use the little arrows here to go negative, the bottom one. Just put those a little closer together. Okay, so let's take the font down just a little bit because I don't want it breaking. I want it all to be on the same line. There we go. So 134, something like that. That's fantastic. Okay, and as you can see, we've got that huge banner in there now. It's going to get people's attention right there, and it's graduating from one color to another in a sort of gradient fashion, which is great. I'm going to add a little bit of text shadow, which almost gives it an embossed effect because you can see the actual shadow within the letters themselves as well as below. I kind of like that, gives it almost a rounded 3D effect. So I'm happy with that. Last but not least, let's change our section and background color to make it stand out even more. And to do that, I guess I'll use this hot pink color that I've been using for the rest of the site. So let me just grab that hex code. I'm using Google Chrome here. So let's inspect and get that color. There it is. Control C to copy, close down the inspector. Let's go back to our section here. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to give it that as a background color. We've got color, gradient, image, or video if you prefer. For the color, I'm simply going to add that hex code, which is okay, but I want to add an image as well to really make this thing sort of psychedelic and make it stand out. So I'm going to add a background image as well as a color. And I'll plop that image in right there. There we go. You can leave it like that if you want to, but I'm going to use their great blend effect to make this sort of real psychedelic looking. And if you scroll down a little bit, this won't work if you've got parallax selected, but if you don't, you've got these other options down here. I'm going to go to background image blend. I'm going to go down to hue. And as you can see, that turns out pretty psychedelic looking. And all these effects are great. Play with them and you will get some amazing effects. So the only other thing I want to do is just add a bit of box shadow to the bottom of this section, make it stand out a little bit more. And I believe we're done. Now the only other thing you might want to bear in mind is on different devices you might want to change the actual text size itself. Let's get out of the section. We'll go back into the module and I'll just demonstrate how to do that. So we want to go to our design and to our animated gradient text. Now here's our actual font size, text size here. If you roll over it with your mouse and just left click on the little sort of mobile phone icon there, it'll bring up a desktop, which we're looking at the moment, a tablet. And as you can see with the tablet, you may like that, that's fine. But if you want to make it smaller on the tablet, just put it how you want it on the tablet. Something like that. And let's click on the phone. And as you can see, it's breaking on the phone as well. You might like that, but if you don't, you can do different size on the phone. Something like that. And you can actually change the letter spacing as well if you think the letters are too close together for a small thing like that. But it's entirely up to you. Now you've got 3 different versions there. So it's going to be totally responsive and look good on all devices. And that is it. Let's save our changes. We'll save our page changes. You can either save the draft or publish. Once saved, let's exit the Visual Builder and see what we've got. And there you have it. That's a pretty eye-catching headline to have on your site. I really like that gradient effect. Like I say, the Divi theme's absolutely awesome standalone theme, but if you add the Divi Supreme modules to it, you can really come up with some great stuff in no time at all. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.